Here is our video on the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah. On the top left you can see a menorah, we'll explain what that is later, and on the bottom right you can see a couple dreidels, we'll also explain that later.
Here is a brief summary of the history of Hanukkah. The 8-day Jewish celebration known commemorates the rededication of the Second Temple in 167 to 160 before Christ, when the Jews had risen up against the Greeks in Jerusalem during the Maccabean revolt. The Maccabees were the leaders of the Jewish rebel army that led this revolt and expanded Judaism until 63 before Christ, when they lost control once again. But during the rededication of the temple, another significant part of the Hanukkah story happened. The Jewish people witnessed the miracle of the oil. The miracle of the oil is a story that the menorah in the temple needed to burn all throughout the night, but the Jewish people in the temple only had enough kosher oil to last one night, but it burned for 8. They attributed this miracle to God. The Jewish leaders called a festival to remember this miracle, and thus the holiday of Hanukkah began.
So you might be wondering what Hanukkah actually means. Well, the name Hanukkah comes from the Hebrew verb meaning to dedicate. And so basically what Hanukkah means is it means dedication. And this makes sense because basically it just alludes to the fact that Hanukkah celebrates, like we said in the history, that when the Jews regained control and rededicated the temple. So that rededication is kind of where Hanukkah gets its name.
One of the most notable things about Hanukkah is lighting the candles. The menorah is basically a 9-branch candle holder that holds 9 different candles, as you can see below in our picture. On the first day, it is their custom to light the shamash candle and one subsequent candle on the menorah. It is this elevated one right here. The shamash is the attendant candle, which is typically significant by being higher or lower than the other 8 candles. They use this shamash to light all of the other candles. After the first night, they light one more candle than the previous. So on the 8th night, all the candles and the shamash will be lit. Jewish people light the candles to remember the miracle of the candles not running out of oil. That we talked about in the history of Hanukkah.
Well, basically to explain how Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah besides just lighting the menorah, basically Hanukkah is not a Sabbath-like holiday. So basically that means that the holiday of Hanukkah does not require Jews to refrain from activities that are forbidden on the Sabbath. So they can, basically Jewish people go about their daily lives as normal. People go to work, and there actually is no religious reason for schools to be closed, but a lot of times it aligns with Christmas break, so they get school off anyways. But there are also just basically special additions to daily prayer service, and a special section is added to the prayer service after meals. But actually, much of the celebration of Hanukkah takes place at night, as they after the lighting of the menorah. Ways families and other Jewish people celebrate it: they eat fried foods such as ladki, which are basically potato pancakes, which you can see on the bottom left, and they also eat things like jelly donuts. And they eat these fried foods because they're fried in oil, and this is basically just to commemorate the remembrance of the miracle of the oil. And other customs they have are exchanging gifts each night between parents and siblings and such, singing psalms, kind of similar to that of Christmas carols, but just different beliefs. And then they also do something unique and play dreidel games, which we'll show you on the next slide.
I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I I shall play. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
So basically, as you saw in the video, that's kind of how they play dreidel games. So basically, it's just a gambling toy. If you could see there, they were like wagering coins. And basically, it's just a four-sided spinning top, and it has 4 different Hebrew words on each side, and it actually spells out an acronym meaning a great miracle happened there, alluding once again to the miracle of oil.
When is Hanukkah, you might ask? Hanukkah was on December 6th through 14th in 2015. I'm sorry that you missed it. But wait, in 2016, it is on December 24th through January 1st. Hanukkah begins on the 25th day of the Jewish month of Kislev. Since the Jewish calendar is a lunar-based calendar, so the first day of Hanukkah can begin anywhere between November 28th and December 26th. Below we have a rough approximation of the Jewish calendar. As you can see, it runs through December and November. Well, that's all. Happy Hanukkah and thanks for watching.